Play the drop.
Welcome to the Bleedbigblue podcast, dedicated coverage of the New York Football Giants by your hosts, Marco, Trifecta, T. Merritt, and JBW.
Good evening, Giant fans. Welcome to what will now be the weekly Bleedbigblue podcast. Justin, Tim, gentlemen.
Yeah. We're all here on time. It's just good weird to be here.
Marco is
football to talk about.
Yeah, how about that? There's actually
so great.
things to talk about. It's a phenomenal time of year, gentlemen. What do you guys like? Where do we want to start? Like, I know Marco has a streaming. We're up on the YouTube. Do we want to start with OBJ? Where do we want to go with this thing?
Do we want to?
Right.
I feel like OBJ takes a lot of our podcast time.
Well, did you see what just came out?
Else and get to OBJ.
You know what? Did you see what just came out? I was right about something, and you don't want to start with that.
That's definitely not what we want to start with, but go ahead. We can get into it. It's fine.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
The premise was, right, months ago, I was called Captain Negative, right? But the whole thing is, right, it was, why would the Giants, we got somebody calling in right away. Hold your tits. We'll get to you. So it was, why would the Giants be in a rush to do this thing? Right? Like, what's the rush from the Giants' perspective? OBJ has done nothing crazy, but he's done enough to where you would have some concern about just handing him over $18, $20 million. I didn't think that the time that he was going to be, after the video drops, and then you're looking at 3 months, 4 months before the season starts, that really enough time for you to get some, a feel on if you want to make the guy the highest paid player in the league. So I threw one scenario out there where the Giants technically have him for $8 million this year, and then they could franchise him for the next 2 seasons. So what would make sense is, instead of playing that game year to year and having OBJ have to go through that, no one wants to go through that. The Giants, OBJ, no one wants to play that game. Instead of doing that, why doesn't OBJ play the white knight and get his security? Sign a deal that's very similar, or maybe even a little less, than what Evans and Diggs and what these guys are doing. Get yourself security, knowing that you did screw up and cost yourself probably being the highest paid player in the league from all the shit that you've done over the course of the last 3-4 years, right? You get 3 years guaranteed for a guaranteed price. You get the security you want. And then when the collective bargaining agreement comes along in 3 years, much like Kirk Cousins did, would you get the opportunity to re-up under that new agreement and break the bank when you become the highest paid player in the league. Now, I said that months ago, just breaking tonight before the show. And you can't make this shit up. Right? An insightful take from Alan Hahn on ESPN Radio today, talking Odell's contract and how appealing it would be for him to rock the business with a fully guaranteed deal if the total package number is less than some other wide receiver deals. Would be a game changer. And Odell likes game changers. If Odell signs a 3-year extension, he'll be a free agent again before he's 30 and get to be a free agent under the next CBA. That's what I'd be thinking. Alan Hahn is thinking that too.
Now, here's my problem with that.
That's per Tom Rock.
And you know what? All on paper, it sounds great. Isn't this sound exactly what LeBron James does in the NBA? Just to play with his numbers? The problem being, this is the NFL. And you know what? all on paper it sounds great. Game, maybe 15 games, maybe exactly what 25 games into that 3 years in the NBA. Odell's career to play with his numbers.
Hey, man.
The problem being, this is the
why-
NFL.
You know what?
And I can see NFL players wanting a game, maybe 15 games, maybe exactly what 25 games into that 3 years in the NBA.
But you don't agree
Odell's
that
career to
maybe
play
he
with his
put
numbers.
himself in a position, and
Amen.
Justin,
The
you come up
problem
next.
being,
But you
this
don't
is
think that
NFL.
he maybe put himself in a position to where
NFL players wanting,
maybe the Giants, like guys, I gave Marco the scenario a couple of weeks ago where, if we blew up big and I was a pain in the ass, would you guys really want to pay somebody that much money when you have to, 5-6 years on a deal?
Well, let's put it this way. It would have to have Odell betting on himself and having that confidence. I don't care. I know I'm going to make it through those 3 years. And the funny thing is, I can absolutely see him having that confidence. For the simple fact is, any other player would not be in camp right now, being a full participant. And I give him full credit for being there, full participant. Because if I was in his shoes, I would not be.
Stop it. Well, he has no leverage not to be because of the shit he's
but
pulled
here's
in
the thing.
past.
This is where you're wrong on that, James. And I understand where you're coming from.
You're
I
crazy
understand where you're coming from. Because of the injury, if he
nothing
wants
to do with
out,
the injury. Guys, if he was a Boy Scout, it has nothing to do with the injury. If he was a Boy Scout, he's coming off the same injury. Right now, as we speak, he'd be the highest paid wide receiver in the league with a 5 or 6 year deal.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that is with all these receivers getting paid, it's not 1 or 2 or 3. I mean, Stephon Diggs just got a big deal, and Odell, he's not even at Odell's level.
Talent-wise.
Yeah, talent-wise by far.
Okay. Talent-wise.
And
has Stephon Diggs, forget about all the other stuff. 4 months ago,
Stephon Diggs had more red flags going into his draft than a lot of kids. That's the reason he dropped as far as he did.
Him going into his draft. Was he on tape 4 months ago with Blunts and Blow? Forget about all the other stuff. Forget about the boat trip and the hole in the wall and the dance-offs and all this shit. Forget about all that other stuff. 4 months ago, Blunts and Blow.
Very true. I definitely understand that.
But hold on a second. Hold on a second. So, okay. He had that video, and that video's bad. That video is horrible optics for Odell Beckham Jr.
And it's not the only thing.
However, that happened. He very clearly had a meeting with the Giants. The Giants very clearly said, hey, listen, it's time to ship up or ship out. What you do in this offseason is going to determine when and how we pay you, and it's up to you. We don't have a problem if we cut you, but if you want to stay, this is what you need to do. Now, couple that along with the fact that, let me see here. Who do we have holding out in the NFL? Let me take
Totally
a look.
different. Totally different.
We have superstars holding out all over the league.
Totally different.
All over the league.
Do not mention Mac and Donald in the same breath as OBJ.
What? No. I'm not saying Mac and Donald, but they're there. And I'm also going to throw out two other names.
They also play two positions that like NFL teams build their rosters around.
I'm also going to throw out two other names for you that are holding out for different reasons. But you want to talk about Odell, how Odell Beckham doesn't have any leverage?
No,
why the hell is Earl
I don't give a
holding
shit.
out?
Honestly, we'll talk about them, but I really don't give a fuck about anybody that's not a Giant.
But this is okay. But what I'm saying to you is, so Earl Thomas is holding out. Another guy that's holding out. Do we want to talk about this? Le'Veon Bell holding out.
Yeah.
And
he's an
by
idiot.
the way, while he's holding
Le'Veon
out,
Bell's an idiot.
hold on a second. While he's holding out, where were videos of him taken? At a fucking strip joint.
Le'Veon Bell is a moron.
What I'm saying to you is, like, you know, Odell Beckham could be doing all of those things. He has access to all of those things. And he has reason to hold out too.
He hasn't done them recently. And I'm not talking about a strip club, but guys, it's not just the video that happened 4 months ago. Like, and I'm not making this stuff up. Like, the numerous people sat him down, and it just kept going and going and going. Then the video happened. And now 4 months later, you guys just want to hand him 5 years, $125 million. I'm all for giving him a 3-year deal and guaranteeing him and protecting his money and protecting him as a player and giving him that, because I'm a little skeptical to go 5 years right now for $100 million. I'm a little worried.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying to you is this: if the Giants don't play this right, then we stand a real shot at losing Odell Beckham and not getting any compensation. So
he can't go anywhere.
The way that you play it is this, all right?
He can't go anywhere.
The ball game has changed because of Kirk Cousins, because of Saquon Barkley, because of your boyfriend Sam Darnold, right?
Sammy.
They all have guaranteed contracts now, right?
Yeah.
100% fully guaranteed. So that cat is out of the bag. The Giants already have a contract that they've already negotiated that is fully guaranteed. So they're willing to negotiate that deal. So this is what I do. I go to Odell and I say, here's 3 years, $40 million. Play with Saquon for 3 years. Let's see how we do. And then they both come off the book at a similar same time. And if this experiment doesn't work, you move on and you create another plan. But the longer that you go into this season without Odell with a contract, if the Giants don't win ball games right away, then Odell says, screw you, I'm out. And then we're left with Saquon Barkley and aging Eli Manning, Sterling Shepard, and Evan Ingram on offense.
But that can't happen. But that can't happen. First of all, real quick, we got callers calling in. I want to get to the line.
What do you mean it can't happen?
It can't happen. We franchise him. Where's he going?
It can happen.
Where's he going? You franchise him.
Crazy.
He's not going anywhere. You can franchise him for 2 years. He can't go anywhere.
First of all, Justin, you already know I always got your back, especially against James. Odell's not going anywhere for 3 years.
He can't go anywhere. That's one of the things where he has no leverage. You could franchise him next year and the year after that.
Especially with the money he's wanting anyway. We've been almost saving money by franchising.
And it's only a 1-year deal. So if something does happen,
as far as the 3-year guarantee,
it's all in the team's benefit. The Giants don't have to do a goddamn thing right now. They'd be doing him a favor by guaranteeing him money for 3 years and getting him to the new CBA. And that's, to me, that has always been. And again, if he was a Boy Scout, he'd have 5 years, $110 million right now.
Code red.
Even with the injury, because his talent is far above and beyond Mike Evans and all those guys.
The box that hole, code red.
Get the block.
Code red. We'll call 862. If this is Todd, I'm going to be pissed.
No, it's Marco.
862.
This isn't Marco. This isn't Marco. This isn't Marco. Calm down, Captain Negative. It's your boy here.
Here you go.
What's up, fellas? Captain Negative. I was your friend Sunday. Today I'm going to be your worst enemy.
You know what I do to my worst enemy?
Okay, first of all,
talk to me.
Quick discussion on the Odell thing. Personally, if I was Dave Gettleman in this position, I set Odell down. I give him what is Odell? 24, 25. 3 years, $51, $52 million.
What?
Fully guaranteed.
$52 million.
That would be.
You went $20 million higher than the guy. They're talking about a 3-year extension. $50 million.
That would be my first offer. Listen, this is why I'm not a GM. This is why I'm not an agent.
Just go with the years. The numbers don't even matter at this point. Just go with the years. If you're 3 years, I'm with you. Go ahead. Forget about the money. 3 years, yes. Go ahead.
3 years fully guaranteed?
I'm all for it.
Okay. Now, second thing, this Captain Negative. This has been something I've been waiting to bust your behind on about for Dave Gettleman's work throughout the off season.
Come on.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and they all have one thing, and they all have one thing in common.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to name some players: Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Derek Carr. What do all 5 of those quarterbacks have in common?
Overpaid.
Handsome.
Can you answer?
They all have hot wives?
Handsome. They're handsome.
No.
They all got nice puttums.
Jimmy Garoppolo is dating a porn star.
Tip of the cap.
Really? Well, that wasn't exactly. The answer is none.
We derailed it.
None of those first round, none of those quarterbacks, none of those franchise quarterbacks were picked in the first round. Let me ask you another question.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I got a question for you right now. I got a question for you. What do you consider a franchise quarterback? What do you consider a franchise? Just because they got paid as franchise quarterback? Because Garoppolo's got 8 games under his belt.
Yeah. Let's go through. How about this, Chris? I like you, buddy. We're going to go through.
Yeah.
Give me each one of those quarterbacks, and I will tell you if I think that I would even piss on them if they were on fire. Kirk Cousins, I would let burn to a crisp. I wouldn't pay him a dime. Who's the next one?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, James.
Who's the next one, Chris?
I heard Russell Wilson. He's a franchise quarterback. I'll give you that.
I would never pay Russell Wilson. I don't like running quarterbacks. I think they get banged up, especially him being undersized. I'd pass. Next.
Well, I don't agree with that one because the fact is Russell Wilson, it's not his fault.
I like him as a player. I think he's a hell of a player, but if you're telling me whom I'm going to invest in as my franchise quarterback, I would go another way than Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson was part of a very good football team that won the Super Bowl, like some other quarterbacks. He's good, don't get me wrong. I like Russell Wilson, but I'm not enamored with him, and he's not the first guy I would pick if you said, let's start a franchise today. So
I agree with that. I agree with that part.
Who were the other guys?
Statement I agree with.
He's definitely one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the game.
Oh, my God. I agree that he's a good quarterback, but you're asking me who I would invest in.
Russell Wilson is not
the
top
guy.
5.
I don't think he's a top 5
quarterback.
I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. So who's the next one?
I can name 5 quarterbacks that I'd rather have than Russell Wilson right now.
Who's the next one?
I dare you.
Who's the next one?
I heard Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd pay Jimmy. I like Jimmy.
Oh, God. You know what? Just because you have a picture on your wall of Jimmy.
Here's why I like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
I
never said that.
I like Jimmy Garoppolo because if you watch those, like the behind the NFL stuff.
That's not true.
It is. If you go watch the behind the NFL stuff and you see him talking to his teammates and coaching them on the field, and the way they react to him, he's got it. Like Garoppolo is a guy that I would invest in long term. I think Garoppolo is going to be a really good quarterback. Does he end up winning a couple of Super Bowls? I don't know, But if you're telling me that, out of all the guys in the league, if I had to pick a couple to start my franchise with or to start, as my quarterback for the future, Garoppolo would be one of them. Who's the next guy? Carr?
You know what?
Carr would be one of them too.
Carr
would be one of them too.
Kirk Cousins, Dak. I mean,
no, I would never
trust garbage.
You're an idiot.
Dak,
if they pay Dak, they're stupid.
No.
Dak is garbage.
Garbage.
You're gonna find out what Dak Prescott is this coming season when Dak Prescott.
Hold on, I have a question for our esteemed caller. Your name is Chris.
Go ahead,
Chris. What was Dak Prescott doing last year when Ezekiel Elliott was not around?
He didn't play. He played horrible.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And you think he's a franchise quarterback?
No.
Boom. Come on, Chris. You're better than that.
Not at all. 845.
Chris, I was pumped up for you because I knew you were coming after Captain Negative.
845.
You come better than that.
845 is
845. Call it in. What you want to talk about? What's up?
I want to talk about how long I've been on hold for.
Oh my God! Why didn't you say something? Oh. I'm not looking at my phone. I was talking to the caller.
I was code reading it.
What's the new number? Is that the upstate number?
That's the upstate. That's the landline.
Oh.
I have one of those now.
It's like Funny Farm with Chevy Chase. He's got to put the dime in.
Rotary.
Yep.
He's got a landline. He's moving up.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Everyone has cell phones. I have no reception, so I'm on a landline. This is life.
He reads a lot of books.
I want to know if he has do you think it's like a cordless phone, or do you think it's like the one with the wire that hangs on the wall?
No, it's
It
cordless.
looks a little like Zach Morris.
It's the long wire that he's taken from the kitchen, and he's in this closet right now, so no one can hear him.
Tim, do you have a video camera on me? What's going on?
What is going on, Timmy?
So, gentlemen, we are mid-camp, and I must say, like, I'm changing my tune. I think I'm liking. I think I'm really liking this team. I'm going Captain Positive.
Get your cake.
You know what? I like the way the team is working so far, and I'm with you. Everything I'm hearing is everything I want to hear. Now I just want to see some preseason games and see what actually goes on the field.
And I think I'm just getting the overall feeling from like all the beat writers and everyone who's covering the Giants. There's such a sense of optimism. Not even like take Saquon away from it. Just like by the leadership from Pat Shurmur on down, they are loving it. They are eating it up. It's hard not to fall in line.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. Even like I know you were asking my opinion on the offensive line move that happened today.
Mm-hmm.
With Jerron Jones getting cut, even though I could see him being a good project, but I don't think Giants even want any time for a project right now. That's why they got, Sulaco, who's a beast, who's 6'6", like 335, with 34 inch or 34.5 inch arms, which they just want size, and they want to be the bullies on the block, and that's what I like. Let's run over people, get some big bodies, and just, when the goal line happens, when it's 3rd and 1, I dare you I'm going to tell you to play. I dare you to stop me. That's the Giants football that I grew up with. That's the stuff I want to see.
Where do you think he's going to fit in?
He's depth. He's depth at a guard tackle. Everything I'm hearing, I don't think what's his name is making the team.
Jerry.
John Jerry. John Jerry is not making this team.
John Jerry, by the way, John Jerry ran with the third string as the third string right tackle today.
Yeah, and he's like in the top 5 of paid players on the offensive line.
That should tell you everything you need to know about the way that they're viewing this team. John Jerry was a fringe starter the last 2 seasons. There was a part of the season, early in the season, where he was viewed as a guy that was going to play serious snaps. And he ran with the third-string offensive line in training camp today.
And here's the thing with John Jerry. His strength is pass blocking. It is not his weakness is run blocking. And that's what Giants want to do. They want to run.
And the other thing that really has me encouraged in terms of this coaching staff being able to make changes in terms of personnel is John Halapio running with the starting unit over Brett Jones. You know, we said when they signed Halapio at the beginning of free agency, we said that they had big plans for him and a role in mind. And the fact that they gave him first shot and they're letting him run with it until he can't run with it anymore tells you that they're not in the mood for bullshit. They want guys that can run block, smash you down the line, and let Saquon come in behind you. And then they're going to kill you deep with Odell Beckham Jr. right after they give him his money.
I'm going to give you what Giants are thinking right now. Giants' quote of the year is going to be, when you're a Giant, size matters. And that's what they're trying to get. They're trying to get as big as shit.
Are you coining that catchphrase as we speak? Are you?
Yeah, T-shirt it up. Go ahead.
When you're a Giant, size matters?
Yeah.
We got to make T-shirts with that.
Let's see. Hold on. Should we call Jerry? Jerry. Oh, so used to calling Jerry. Should we call Dave and let him know about our ideas?
Dave Gavin?
Yes. Let's call Dave.
Let's get Dave on the line.
How about, dude, check this tweet out. How about this, gentlemen? Here's a little talking point. A little QB controversy in New York. Did you guys see this Dan Duggan tweet?
No.
Lay it on me.
Here we go. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Warm up the voice.
Hold on. So, a little over-exaggerating with the breaking news. Not really breaking news. So, Dan Duggan, beat writer for the Giants, was asked on Twitter, somebody asked him, who's going to be the backup QB, Webb or Laletta? And Duggan, emphatically, Webb. And I'd put it this way. Webb is closer to Eli than Laletta is to Webb.
I can, everything I've heard, I can totally understand that.
The slinger.
He's answering in riddles.
Right? The Riddler.
Well, from what I've seen, Laletta's getting snaps taken away by Alex Tanny. So, I hope he's not close to Davis Webb.
Well, the question is out of that statement, is you can completely disregard the whole Laletta piece, right? I mean, if the latter part of the statement is true, then I mean it's not even close.
Yeah.
But the first part, I'd put it this way: Webb is closer to Eli. How much closer?
That should have been the follow-up.
Yep.
How much closer? Right? Like how? Okay.
Right.
I mean, you hang the carrot there. Like how much closer? A matter of fact,
Are we talking?
I got it right here. I'm gonna ask him that.
Are we talking?
Tell him to come on.
Maybe we can get a response by the end of the show. What time is it? 10:30.
Tell him to come on. Tell him to come on.
Yeah. What's he hiding for? We're not his. We're not his fans that go after him.
Don't you?
No, I don't know if he's allowed. I don't know if his job wants him to come on anymore.
Oh, really?
He gets hated on Twitter bad as far as any Giants reported. So I don't know how we could be hurting it when we actually like him.
You think he gets hated on bad?
What do you guys think of that statement?
I think it's absolutely true because the fact is Davis Webb and Eli have been pretty much at each other's hip all off season. And from what people have said, Davis Webb almost knows Minnesota's offense better than Eli, Pat Shurmur's offense. I mean,
guys, have you guys thought about the feasible, like the scenario of you get into the season and we're 10 games in, they get off to a bad start or something, they're treading water, and it gets to a point where maybe they know they're not going to make. Dude, are we going to have another problem seeing this kid play? Or
no.
if
I think it's over.
No.
Struggling for half the season,
Listen.
do they start crying for Webb?
I don't know.
Listen, here's the deal. I love you.
Here's the deal.
All right? I would love to name any potential future offspring after Eli Manning. He brought me 2 Super Bowls. I will always be indebted to him.
Very true.
But if he doesn't win with this team, if the offense still doesn't perform with the new set of talent around him, there's nothing left to replace. We've replaced everything. We've given him a shiny athletic tight end. We've given him Odell Beckham Jr. We've given him Sterling Shepard. We've given him a running back. We've replaced 3/5 of the offensive line. If this offense doesn't work, it's on number 10. And that's not to disparage anything that he's done in the past or anything like that. But if he can't make it work with this team, there's nowhere to look but directly at him. And I want to say as well that I think that Eli knows that, and I think that he would tell you that. And I stand behind what I said last year. Eli would not have had a problem if he knew that he was giving up snaps to Davis Webb. His whole issue
none of Eli's
was giving up snaps to Geno Smith.
Really,
we know what Geno is.
He's giving snaps.
He was already in New York. We know what he is. Why does he need to play?
Still, I don't. Yeah, still though, it's not It's not really Eli's concern who the fuck they play. Like, just we're not playing. Sit down. Sorry. I got a team.
Oh God.
Tim, Marco, your thoughts?
No, I'm totally with you.
I saw a quote from Eli today saying that the benching shook him up, and that's never going to happen again. Like, he's motivated to stay the course.
Well, that's good.
So,
no, I'm sort of to the point with this team. I'm sort of to the point with this team where all the off-season chatter and all the 13 for 14 in 7-on-7 drills and all that, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. Like, after last year and the pathetic display of football that we had to watch, I don't care. I don't want to hear anybody talk. I don't want to hear how happy they are. Win.
Davis?
Win. I don't care what the stats are. I don't care if you had 3 catches or 12. Win. Win the game. Like, that's all I care about.
And you're absolutely. You know what, James? The one question you asked all off season was like, does he have any excuses anymore? Eli does not.
He doesn't.
So it just comes out to you put it up this year. If he does put it up this year, honestly, you cut him. You save that $20 million against the cap. You say, Bon Voyage and Davis Webb. Here's the keys. Let's see what we can do, and we'll add some more pieces to this.
Now, I mean, I hope he has a renaissance season. right? I mean, I hope that the pieces that are in place, right? I hope that the pieces in place come through, it comes to fruition, and everything falls into place, and this team can make a run. We all hope that. But we hope that as Giant fans. There are 32 fan bases right now that are hoping things break so that they can make a run. We're not alone. So when you take a step back at it, when you look at it from an objective and you just say, okay, let's look at it just football. There are some things on this team that worry you. The offensive line still worries me. Now, the reports were they played better today, so give credit where credit is due. But again, this is about Sundays. So we're not going to know. Hopefully they gel and mesh and they get better and everything is la-di-da and there's no injuries and it's great. But what I want to see is how loyal this fan base is to the Giants or how loyal this fan base is to Eli Manning. Because last year, to me, was disturbing. Like, it troubled me. As a Giants fan, I was troubled. Because I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought it was warranted. I thought it was expected. And I didn't care it was Geno, because as a football fan, I understand that Geno was your backup all year long, and Webb was inactive and didn't practice at all. So to throw him in the game over Geno would have been completely stupid. I also understand that two things were going on. One, it was allowing Geno to take all of the harpoons for the benching, and it was a road game on the West Coast. I also know that the plan from Mara was to go to Webb on the home game the following week after a full week of practice, mind you, at home against Dallas. So
now, what about this? I'll give you. How about this? We never talked about this.
I didn't see a big deal with the whole Eli thing. Last year it troubled me. I want to see what's going to happen. If Eli struggles, if it's the same Eli that we've seen in a slow down progression, if the offensive line is not what we think they are, and Flowers becomes a sift on that right side, and God help, if we're talking about John Jerry, oh my God, God help us all.
Wait, did you ask Dan Duggan? He's on now.
Who?
Dan.
Oh, I didn't.
He's on Twitter now.
I retweeted it with a question, but I don't know. I don't know if he. Can you send him a direct message? Let me see if I can send him a direct message. Danny, I could. Let's see.
Wow.
Hey, buddy.
We're on live.
Hey, buddy.
You got five?
Live on the Big Blue podcast.
Give him the number.
I am. We have one question for you.
We need it answered right now.
That will probably lead to several more. No, we have one question for you. If you can,
only one.
We are at 516-453-9383. That's the call-in number, folks, if you're listening. 516-453-9383. If you can, holla.
Now, guys, we never talked about this scenario back. What if Ben McAdoo was literally went, Eli, you know what's going on. I want to see the future. Davis Webb's not ready. I'm giving you one last week to start while Davis Webb, gets some reps in practice. And then you start from there. Just say screw Geno Smith. Would there have been an issue?
What was the question? I was looking at the tweets.
Go ahead,
I'm sorry.
So when Eli got benched,
if they went straight to Davis,
they literally went, Eli, you got one more week to start.
I don't think
only because we don't want Webb to go in cold. Would it have made a difference?
If they would have went
overall record-wise,
they'd do one more week.
Well, record-wise, no.
Or in
Record-wise,
terms of
obviously
Eli's
would make
response.
shit.
He
You know,
already
as far
had it.
as you think there already would have been people just snapping.
Well, what are the odds that Matt could do? What are they just wanted to maybe see Geno. I mean, it's not like Eli was lighting it up or attempting to carry anyone.
But what did you have to see Geno? Geno has 5 years of tape. You know exactly what Geno Smith is.
Yeah, the thing
Especially
is,
New
you're a
York.
coach. Every coach thinks they could fix everybody.
The thing that you guys are not taking into account.
It's sort of your job. You're a coach.
The thing that you guys are not taking into account that I really wish that you would is that Ben McAdoo will be an idiot. He's an idiot.
This had nothing to do with Matt. And that's the other narrative I hate is that you guys bring up McAdoo like he had any fucking say in this. This was for Mara, and then Eli cried and Mara threw them under the bus. And you can look at the timeline. I mean, come on. Mara said, when are we going to look at the quarterbacks? When are we going to look at the other guys? They're like, okay, let's do it. They do it. They said, we're talking about it already. Now we're going to do it. Eli cries. The fan base goes completely apeshit. The former players are, we're going to show up wearing his jersey. And the next thing you know, here we are.
Listen, here's the bottom line with the whole thing. And this is it. I agree with you. Mara went to McAdoo and he said, listen, your job is to make sure that I see the other quarterbacks before the end of the season. Now, I firmly believe that Mara's not a micromanager. So he probably went to McAdoo and he said, listen, it's on you to figure it out, but I need the quarterbacks to get
by that time. McAdoo was done by then. We all knew McAdoo was done by then.
Right.
So
but
why are you?
I agree with you.
I don't care if you're not a micromanager. At what point do you assess the situation and say, I'm bringing in a brand new general manager and a brand new head coach at the end of the season? I don't give a shit what they say. This is how I want things run.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that Mara went to him and he was like, listen, this is your task. Accomplish it however you want. And then, for whatever reason,
Dan Duggan
happen.
just replied. You want me to call right now? Dan Duggan replied. He's calling in.
Anyway, let me finish my point. Whatever it is that happened, it ended up with McAdoo benching Manning, which I'm sure is not what Mara had in mind. And so then Mara had to fix that problem, and he fixed it the way that he had to. But if McAdoo wasn't an idiot, he could have figured out a way to make that happen without pissing off the franchise quarterback and ruining his streak.
Agreed. I think we have. Hold on, we got a couple of calls that just came flying in, and I don't know which one is Dan. And Dan's calling in, so hold on for a second. Let's get Dan to say what his area code is, so I could just go straight to him. Dan, if you're listening, I know you're on hold. What's your area code so we can just go straight to you? I got 3 calls on hold, and I don't want to keep you waiting. Here he comes. Gotcha. Okay, Dan Duggan, on with us. Beat writer. What's up, Dan? How you doing tonight?
How's that service by me? I see the DM, and here we are.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Dan?
We were just singing your praises, and then all of a sudden, here you come flying in to save the day. And
Dan,
really, really
a lot
coming on.
Also, a lot has happened since it came on last. Congratulations. Welcome to fatherhood.
Oh, yeah.
I want to throw that out there.
And quite a game changer for sure.
That's hence why you're up right now, lack of sleep. We all know.
Exactly.
So, Dan, listen, there was just a tweet like an hour ago, and I got a little bit of a follow-up to what you were asked, who's going to be the backup QB? And you said Webb, sort of like without a doubt, Webb, period, end of sentence. And you would put it this way. Webb is closer to Eli than Laletta is to Webb. So I completely, the second part of that statement goes out the window to me because, all right, obviously Webb is light years beyond Laletta. How close is Webb to Eli?
No, it's funny. That was I kind of just fired that tweet off, and seeing the response, I think it was a better tweet than I even intended because you could take it a lot of different ways. So I guess I'll kind of deconstruct it. So, yeah, the question was, who's the backup? It's clearly Webb. I mean, just based on the reps, he's taking every second-team rep. But, so, yeah, you can take that tweet to mean both things, and it probably does mean two things. The first thing, it totally means Webb is head and shoulders above Laletta. Laletta has looked like a fourth-round pick from Richmond who's kind of still trying to figure things out. I'm not going to bury the kid a week into his first training camp, but he's not close to ready. Again, that shouldn't be a big surprise. No. But Webb has looked good. He's looked really good. I'm not going to try and fuel that hype too much because, again, the same deal. It's the week of training camp. Let's see. I assume he'll get a ton of playing time on Thursday night and really throughout the preseason. So then we'll really find out. But he looks a lot better than he did last year. I mean, that's a good sign. You would expect that, but that's a good sign. I mean, everyone knows if he doesn't make it, it's not because he doesn't work hard or because he doesn't want it. We know he checks all those boxes. So. But then seeing him on the field, I mean, he's made some really good throws. I mean, I know the Giants tweeted out a clip of just a picture-perfect pass he threw to Cliff Raymond today. And he's had quite a few of those through camp. And he hasn't been perfect either. The one thing I'll say about him, he kind of puts the ball in jeopardy at times, and that's why I'm really curious to see him in a real game to see if he'll kind of take those same risks, or maybe it's practice, and he says, I'll let this one rip, and he gets away with it because he has a strong arm. But that is something I think that kind of gunslinger mentality is, you've seen guys throughout the years that can get you into trouble too. So I'm really curious to see how that translates to games.
You got a couple of seconds for a couple of more questions from the guys by any chance, Dan?
Yeah, sure, a couple minutes.
Guys, fire. We'll give Dan a couple of questions there about training camp, NYG.
All right, I'll shoot it off. Dan, I think we have a little battle going on for the second safety spot. Who do you think is in the lead right now?
Yeah, that's pretty much impossible to handicap, and it's almost by design because Shermer even said it's really not. Maybe it was Liliana Rumo said it's not even merit-based right now. They said we're gonna just give each guy a day with the first team. So it's not saying, oh, well, Daniel Thompson's really good on Tuesday, so he's there again on Wednesday. It's literally they're just rotating. So I think the order went Thompson, then Curtis Riley, then Andrew Adams, then Michael Thomas. And then Riley went there again on Tuesday, but he pulled his hamstring really early in practice, and Thompson was there, and Thompson got the ones again today. So, I mean, if you're going to go on that, I guess Thompson has a slight lead, but it's definitely a competition that they plan to, let play out over the next, 3-4 weeks, obviously. There's no need to settle on that. I mean, it's a position where you can get more than one guy in there, too. It's not like, center where someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. I mean, I think all those guys will probably play. I think they'll all probably make the roster. So, but obviously one guy's going to pull away, but at this point it's completely impossible to tell. I don't think the coaches could tell you who's ahead because it really is something they're going to let play out.
Yeah, Dan, is John Jerry just a dead man walking? Is he going to get cut? We're just waiting for when he's going to.
I think so. I guess the way I look at that is, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost them anything to keep him on the roster for training camp. And so let's just say if Will Hernandez or Patrick Omame got hurt, you would do no good to cut Jerry now because maybe he would step in and you'd probably feel better about him than maybe some of the other options there. So it makes sense to keep him around for now. But I just can't see when they get this roster down to 53 and the cap space is really tight and it's I think about $1 million if they cut him. I just can't see why they would keep him around. The funny thing is he actually got some reps at third-team right tackle, and that's another one of those deals like with the Webb, Laletta, Eli tweet. You can take that two ways. It's obviously not great if you're on the third team, but in kind of a roundabout way, that might be his best shot to make the team is if he starts getting tackle reps and look good. I know he's obviously been a guard through most of his career, but if he was good at tackle, their backup tackles is probably the worst spot on this roster right now. So he could maybe back into a roster spot that way as a guy who can play guard and tackle. Now maybe getting ahead of ourselves. Maybe he'll be back at guard tomorrow. But I just thought that was kind of interesting that as much as that might look like a demotion, it might be his best route to actually making the roster.
Is that where they're coming now with more depth? Because I know they just cut Jerron Jones and got Sulaco in. They're just trying to add more depth to the guard or tackle position.
Tackle. I guess Jones is a tackle, and the guy that claims is a tackle. But I think that it's real developmental type guys. You're pretty far down the depth chart. I don't think they're looking at this guy. You said his name. I can't even pronounce it yet. I don't know if they're looking at him to actually contribute. But he's a young guy, and he's got big guys. Maybe they feel like there's some potential there. But no, I think that honestly is a huge question mark because Chad Wheeler and Nick Becton have just been getting torched by Connor Bowen and Lorenzo Carter. And sure, it's nice to say that, hey, Bowen looks like he's still got something left in the tank, and Lorenzo Carter's look good, but they look a little too good right now. So I think that that's a little bit alarming. That if anything would happen to Solder, let alone Flowers, who he really once again is really not any competition for his job because there's just no other option. It'd be a pretty dire situation. So I think that they are probably going to have to be on the lookout for a veteran. Again, this guy they just claim today, maybe he helps, but I think it's more about maybe on a cut-down day, if somehow some veteran is shakes free, I think they'd have to take a long, hard look because they can't feel real comfortable about their backup situation there.
Yeah, you mentioned linebackers. Who was the backups behind the middle linebackers? We know Ogletree and B.J. Goodson are the middle linebackers, but who's even behind them?
Yeah, so in the middle it's been Ray Armstrong and Mark Herzlich. So, and it's those are clearly two guys who've been around, veteran guys. I know a lot of fans are kind of ready to see Herzlich's run come to an end, and somehow seems to stick around every year. But Ray Armstrong's probably the guy who would be next in line if something were to happen against Goodson or Ogletree. He played a bit for the 49ers. I was actually kind of surprised that he got cut during the season last year. But he looked pretty good in camp. I think he's a guy who is going to make the team and probably be a core special teams player and be like that first backup if someone does get hurt in the middle.
James' favorite player is Kelvin Munson. He just wants to know if he's going to make the team.
No, I can't. I want him gone.
I'm sorry, I missed the start of that question.
Kelvin Munson is James' favorite player, and he just wanted to know if he's going to make the team.
He's being sarcastic.
Not looking great for him at this point.
No, thank God for everyone involved. He doesn't make the team.
Not looking great.
Yeah, I really appreciate you calling in. Listen, real quick before you go, how serious is the hamstring injury to my man Dante Dion, D squared? Is he going to be okay? I got high hopes for this guy. Is that anything to be concerned about? Is it just a tweak, or is this something that may be serious?
Hamstrings are always a little tricky, but I think Shermer used the word minor. He hasn't practiced. He didn't practice on Tuesday. He didn't practice today, but he's out there and he's kind of doing stuff on the side. So it's one of those deals where you probably have to give it a couple of days so they don't re-aggravate it. But I expect he'll probably be back. If not sooner, but definitely by next week. I'm sure he'll be suited up Thursday night. But that's what he's got to do.
Nickel?
What's that?
Does he have the inside track on the nickel, or will that go to William Gay?
William Gay has gotten pretty much all the first-team nickel reps, and that's probably another spot that's a little bit been overlooked, a little bit of concern. I don't know if it's just that Odell and Sterling Shepard are that good, but they've kind of had their way with him so far in camp. And, he's a 33-year-old guy who kind of had a down year last year, so that's a bit of a question mark, and it's certainly open for a guy like Dion or B.W. Webb or someone kind of a little unheralded could probably make a run at that spot if that keeps up.
Hey, man. Really appreciate you calling in on short notice. If you guys don't already, you can follow Dan at Duggan, Duggan 21 on Twitter. Dan, thanks so much, man. Best to you, and congratulations again on the baby.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Take care,
later.
Man. How about that?
Guys, that was the definitive interview with Dan Duggan.
That was.
How about
can't believe I missed it.
Interview with Danny Duggan.
Hey, was he talking about Davis Webb when he was talking about that gunslinger mentality?
He was.
Yes.
He was talking about that? Okay, I hopped in like halfway through that sentence, and I was like, hey, hold on.
What did he say completely?
I missed part of that.
We got a caller. Let's see. Who's this?
Okay.
Hold on. That's J-Zac. Is that J-Zac? Who the hell's on?
That's literally me talking right now.
Yeah. J-Zac on the line, James.
It's been me.
So I wanted to talk to you there, Todd, the intern.
Yeah.
Sunday we have another guest coming on. I most likely will be hungover. I have a wedding Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to need you to do the voodoo and stream it with the other guys. Can you handle this?
Yeah, why you always ask me that? I can get up. It's you guys. It's you, the old men, who are always like, I don't want to go. I'm tired.
I'm up at like 8:30, and I'm up at like 6:30 in the morning on fucking.
Me too. Well, you're like the exception, but the other guys.
Let me know what time Sunday. I will be in the state of Oregon, so if we go early, and it's really early over there, I might be able to get up before, the family and put it in.
I'm good. I can run it.
I want Justin's life. This dude is having
hold on.
every
so
day.
What was he saying about Davis Webb?
You should listen to the interview.
He looks good.
I got in late. I can listen to it later, but I know he looks good.
We're not going to recap.
Yeah. All right. I'll go back. I'll go back and listen to it when you post it on YouTube. By the way, if you're listening in, don't forget we post these on YouTube. Jeffrey Abbey said thanks for the interview, guys.
Who did?
Okay, so you're down for Sunday. I didn't confirm a time with him yet.
Okay, well,
so
as long as
it's
reasonable, I got it. As long as it's reasonable, I got it.
Yeah, most likely it's not going to be super early. It's probably after.
Yeah, I mean, if it's reasonably timed, no problem.
I'll be up. I love 10 o'clock Sunday mornings. I love it.
10 o'clock Sunday? Well, is that 10 o'clock Eastern? Because that'd be 9 for me, so.
Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah,
9 o'clock, I can go that.
The rest of us are always...
I told y'all, though, man, Davis Webb's looking good. Told you guys. My boy.
Oh, God.
Calm down.
You
boy,
dude. Your favorite player was Ahmad Bradshaw. Get out of here.
Okay, at least I'm not like some bandwagon guy, like, my favorite player is Odell Beckham Jr. Like, at least I'm not one of those guys. That shows that I got true team spirit when one of your favorite players was like one of those smaller guys.
Well, first of all,
if I didn't know James, and I was like, dude, who are you a fan of? And James was like Dante Dion, I wouldn't be like, oh, he's just some bandwagon fan. Like when you're a fan of a smaller guy like that, like it shows that you like that, like you paying attention, man. You know, I'm not some guy who's like, Lawrence Taylor, Odell Beckham.
You know what?
Maybe that's the trick move. They say someone very niche, and you're like, oh my God, he must be a true fan. I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know who the hell he's talking.
He's not even. He's like on the practice squad.
My favorite player is Calvin Munson.
Calvin Munson. Oh man, Aldrich Rosas, dude. I'm gonna go down as the best Giant in all of time.
Does he have any competition yet?
Yeah, you know what?
They're gonna pick someone up when they start getting.
They'll put me in there, dude. I'll be better than Aldrich Rosas.
I mean, I could kick the ball better than Aldrich Rosas, and I can't.
Anybody who's listening in, if you don't know why that's so funny, Justin is paralyzed from the waist down. If you didn't know why that was fucking hilarious, that was a great joke.
Wow, why?
He made that joke on purpose, didn't you?
Wow, you were just rude.
Okay,
man.
Oh my God.
All right, look. If you didn't do that on purpose, I feel like a dick. I'm sorry, Justin. Am I all right? Am I good, Justin?
Well,
no, Justin.
We're just letting it go.
He can make the joke. You can't make the joke.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I thought I'm good. Good, Justin. Are we good?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to send him to sensitivity training, I think, guys.
Oh my God.
That's another HR.
And the moderator is Justin, so that's going to be a little awkward.
Oh man.
No,
Justin, I love you. I'll love Justin. I love you, baby. I'll love.
That's a Trump vote.
No worries.
Jesus.
I'll love Justin. You guys are making this more awkward than it used to be.
Yeah, we're playing on this. We're playing on this emotion you're feeling right now.
First of all,
you're trying to make me feel like an asshole, and it's starting to work.
Do we have like an awkward noise on the soundboard?
We should have like a little horn, you know?
We have
we don't have
awkward music from like The Price is Right.
We still got a bunch of people on hold.
Oh, here we go. This is perfect.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
There we go. I'll do it to myself.
Shame.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
We got to
Somebody
go.
just asked on
Yeah,
Facebook
let's get the people on.
bring back DRC. No.
Who's calling on the line?
I saw one
We
of
gotta
those
call him
rumor
on.
accounts on Twitter saying that they were in talks.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not like completely opposed to bringing him back, but I don't care.
I am.
Like if they signed him tomorrow, you're not gonna hear me be upset.
Who's this?
DRC.
Oh, he didn't talk to the Giants? I thought he was talking with Seattle and who the hell? Seattle and San Diego he was talking to.
Yeah.
All I know is he was wearing
a pay him money.
All I know is he was wearing
a
blue Power Ranger suit, getting the business.
Oh,
okay.
That's confirmed then. That's confirmed. 100% he's coming. That's confirmed. So that's charge is confirmed right there.
I just see that video.
Yeah. You guys want to take this caller? He's been on hold for like 18 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, pick him up. Let's see what he has to say.
All right. 862, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, I thought you guys were done with me.
No, we bring you back on. Twice as nice.
Never done.
Russell Wilson's still not a top 5 quarterback.
Since you waited, what's on your mind? Did you think of something very, very good to say?
Yeah,
you have an awesome point you want to bring
up. A little bit better.
Yes, I did. And just so you know, in terms of discussing about Eli, I've been much like you guys. I've been a Giants fan for an extremely long time. But
how long is that? How long is that?
Since 2000.
2000.
I'm 22, man. I've been a Giants fan since about 2010.
2010. Okay.
Yeah. And so
you hopped out the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, bandwagon. All right.
Yeah. The year the Packers stole our playoff spot.
Okay.
This is a great
interview. Anyways, in regards to Davis Webb, being closer to Eli rather than Kyle Webb, I will agree with the fact that Eli, as much as I love him to death, he has no more excuses this year. We've rebuilt this offensive line for him. We gave him supposedly his best running back since the Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw years. We've given him a proven offensive mind in Pat Shurmur as well as not training Odell. So Eli has no more excuses to give for us. If anything, Eli, unless Eli puts up big numbers and the team it's just miserable on the defensive end of the floor, I am willing to bet that this may be Eli's last year with us. But that's just me. I'm gonna act.
That's reality. I agree with that.
Now, in regards to my discussion earlier, the reason why I pointed out those quarterbacks and not name a few others is this: Captain Negative. You do not need to be picking in the top 5 to find your potential franchise quarterback.
That's not what the numbers say.
Just partner, look at some of the best. Go ahead.
That's not what the numbers say.
I just want to give kudos to my man Chris because he called out Captain Negative directly and was like, "I'm taking my shot right at you."
But the numbers don't back him up.
From Chris.
Partner, the amount of elite quarterbacks we have that weren't picking in the top 5 speaks for itself. Look at all.
Not really.
Yes.
Not really.
Partner,
It's about Super Bowls.
About
Super Bowls. About Super Bowls. It's about Super Bowls. You can take your stats and all that stuff and your contracts and you can shove them up your ass. It's about the Super Bowl. And the bottom line is, when it comes to getting to Super Bowls, the numbers, and you can go look at them, quarterbacks that have been drafted since 1990, the highest percentage of those quarterbacks to play in the Super Bowl were top 5 picks.
Partner, besides Peyton, who was the last quarterback to win a Super Bowl taken in the top 5?
That's a good question, actually.
Oh,
I just hear the sounds of papers flapping over.
That's my
spreadsheet right now.
Because I've seen the numbers, and the numbers back up that you got a better chance of hitting on a quarterback in the top 5 than you do at any place else in the draft.
But
and I've posted these numbers 20 times.
They're not giving us top 5. They're not giving us a franchise quarterback in every draft.
Nothing is a given. Nothing is a given. But are you going to sit here and tell me that you have a better shot of finding a diamond in the rough at pick 163, or if I'm picking my guy at 3?
No, I am not. I did not say that you have a better chance.
Chris, of course you're going to have guys that you can pull out of your ass in the 3rd round, then the 6th round, then the 4th round. There's going to be guys like that. But out of all the guys that have ever been drafted in those rounds, you have to look at all of the guys that have ever been drafted in those rounds. You can't just cut and pick one.
I'm not picking one. Tom Brady, 6th round. Aaron Rodgers wasn't a 1st round pick. Russell Wilson wasn't a 1st round.
Like you named
Aaron Rodgers was a 1st round pick.
There's been like 600 drafts.
What?
Think of how many quarterbacks have been drafted overall in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds of the draft.
It doesn't. It's not just about overall. It's about case. Do you have? Let me ask you.
I think you told me we don't need no damn 1st round picks for quarterbacks.
No, the better.
You know what?
Listen,
the best thing you ever said was.
Look, guys. All in all, Davis Webb's going to be our guy, so all this argument's pointless.
Chris,
Eli was the top 5.
And what round was Davis Webb?
Can I help you
What
out?
round was Davis Webb?
Yeah,
Eli was the top 5.
Davis Webb was better.
How many games has Davis Webb? Like, I'm not anointing him. I'm intrigued by his talent. He hasn't done anything on the NFL level. I'm not putting Davis Webb in this category.
I'm just joking around, trying to lighten up the mood of you two knuckleheads.
The best quarterback a year ago wasn't even taking a top 5, man.
Eli.
Chris, the better argument. If you're gonna make that argument, which okay, I mean I've tried to make that argument.
I'm looking for the picture that I'm looking for it, so I can read you the numbers. Does anyone not remember that we've gone through all these numbers before?
No, you're 100% right, James. The fact is, you have a better chance of hitting on a quarterback in the top rounds, especially quarterbacks, because they're getting watched since like middle school. It's not like these guys are coming out of nowhere.
No.
And yeah, you're gonna have exceptions. You're gonna have the Rudy types that come out of nowhere that just people missed on. Or they just went into the greatest situation ever. Hence Tom Brady. Just went into a great situation. Honestly, there's a possibility there would have been no Tom Brady if Drew Bledsoe didn't have internal bleeding.
I'm not saying. I never said Brady. I never said Brady could get it done on his own. I'm just saying, even if you land a quarterback and even if you land your franchise guy in the top 5, that's not going to guarantee you. That's not going to guarantee you anything in the future.
You got to draft the rest of your team.
But you have a better shot.
You got to draft the rest of your team.
It's not just about having a better shot. It's about building.
It is about having a better shot.
Football is the ultimate team sport. You're absolutely correct on that.
Those days are gone. If you get one of those guys, if you get one of those quarterbacks, he can carry you. He makes up for those deficiencies when you have to pay him big money at the end of it. You get to build a team around him for 4 seasons.
James, who's the last top 5 quarterback who won the Super Bowl?
Eli Manning.
And how long ago was that?
7 years ago?
Wasn't it 6 years ago? 2012, right? No,
2011, 7 years ago.
Oh, okay, that was 11. Okay, yeah.
When you guys became fans, you guys
that was
remember
12,
those years.
The year
when you guys became fans.
What do you mean, you guys? I didn't become a fan after a Super Bowl year, all right?
I wasn't a fan after the Super Bowl year.
Hop off, Emmy.
No, first of all, Todd, you became a fan when Ahmad Bradshaw came to the Giants, right?
Not the year he came to the Giants. It was like I don't remember the year, man.
The year after they won the Super Bowl, you were cool with them.
I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was. I don't know. I just know that what happened was I just know it was one game where Brandon Jacobs threw his helmet into the stands. I just know that Brandon Jacobs threw his helmet into the stands, and then Ahmad Bradshaw had to sit in for him, and he just played awesome, and I just happened right then and there. I don't know what game that was, what year it was.
Todd, that was the game that Justin was at, and the helmet hit him, and that's how he became paralyzed.
Oh, see, now we should all change. Nope. See that? No, now we all going to make him feel bad. We all going to make him feel bad.
Justin, I love you.
See, the difference is,
shame.
Let me explain.
Look at this.
Let me explain the difference here.
Look at this.
J-Zac. The difference is that Jimmy and I have a history, and Jimmy knows that he can make that joke.
Thank you, Justin.
Jimmy, you know
thank
that
you,
there's nothing but love here.
Let's make it awkward all the time.
Justin, I'm sorry that James made you relive that tragic moment.
Yeah,
James, we're gonna need you at HR after the show.
PTSD.
Hit you right in your CT vertebrae.
Have you ever noticed we never mentioned that player's name on the podcast ever? You haven't noticed that?
That's a complete lie.
Out of all the players of the Giants, there's only one that's barred.
The only person that's ever mentioned Ahmad Bradshaw is you, J-Zac.
That's because I love that guy, man. He's awesome. He was our last 1,000-yard rusher for a reason.
The only person that I dislike more than Ahmad Bradshaw is Roger Lewis. We documented that on the podcast because I just don't think Roger's any good. Roger, if you're listening, please call in.
So we can talk shit about you to your face. I don't think it's that good either. All right, we got Ryan on hold.
Justin coming after Roger.
Yeah, he is. Trying to throw some hands. All right, we got Ryan on hold.
I don't really like
Ryan,
Roger.
what's up, buddy?
Ryan Pelsley.
J-Zac, you say like that Ryan's on hold, like we should know who that is. Who's Ryan?
Ryan, what's up?
The other intern. Me, him, and
Ryan, our other intern. So
we have a second intern.
Oh, you hear me good?
Yeah.
We have a second intern.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like okay, well, like I'm the first string intern, and then him and Ned are like below me, right?
No, Ned is above.
Like
you.
I'm Odell Beckham Jr. Ryan and Ned are like Sterling Shepard and like Cody Latimer.
Ned, if you're listening, please call in.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're pumping yourself up way more.
Yeah. Sorry, Todd, but Ned is above you.
Not even true. Not even true.
Ned is more consistent at showing up to shows than you are.
No, he's not. I've been here more than he has.
Huh.
Not even true. All right?
He's way more
And Ned,
consistent.
if you're here, call in so I can tell you that.
We're getting derailed.
Nah.
You're derailing us.
Yeah. You guys made me laugh tonight. You guys made me laugh.
Oh my!
I'm saying is I'm playing Madden 19. I just played my first game of Madden 19. Saquon Barkley ran for 120 yards.
You're giving us your Madden stats. No one cares about
Davis
your
Webb
Madden
threw for 400 yards. So this is a good trade.
How do you even have Madden? It doesn't come out until August 7th.
Yes, it does. I have EA access and I pre-ordered it. So I have a 10-hour trial until the 7th where I get the full game. So I get to play the game for 10 hours until the 7th, and then on the 7th I get the full game.
Oh my God!
I got it on my PC. Yeah, I got it on my PC. I'm playing the hell out of it. I'm thinking I should record some videos, post it to the channel.
Nerd alert.
Call me a nerd, what you will. All right, jealousy's it's a cool thing.
I am doing research on our guest for Sunday. My God, he is a lucky man.
Uh-oh.
Who, me?
Oh.
Whoa.
He put it on his cover.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to the 6th picture on his Instagram. Jeez. Give him a clap.
On his Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Hold on.
Who's calling it again?
Don't say the name. No one say the name.
Okay, well, somebody send it to me on Facebook. Well, somebody send it to me on Facebook then.
Hold on.
No. They don't even know who we're talking about.
We got another guy on hold, also a 917 number.
Bring him in.
Well, yeah. See what's
All right.
up.
All
Yeah,
right.
actually,
The other 917. What's up, man?
My God.
Actually, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Actually, Ryan. Yeah.
There's Ryan.
Yeah.
There we
Do
go.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, we can hear you, Ryan.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. So what you guys want to talk about?
You call us. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. You guys.
Yeah, these damn interns.
Come on, man.
Good.
About training camp.
What about training camp?
I've been liking David Webb lately.
Yeah, I know. Who hasn't, bro? Who hasn't?
Oh.
Who hasn't? I don't even like him that much. I just like saying this stuff to piss you guys off.
You know what it gets me? It gets me like, I was rooting for Davis Webb. Now I'm like, now I'm not. I'm like, I hope Kyle let it win for damn.
I don't even like him that much. I just love pissing you guys off.
All right, hold on.
Okay, hold on.
Let me fix the situation. The room is getting crowded. Hold on.
Yeah.
I had to make some cuts.
By the way, I hope Chris is
We
still
muted
listening.
everybody.
What'd you say, James?
All right, hold on.
I hope Chris
I think
is still
I
listening.
I put everyone on mute. Hold on. James, you there?
I'm here, buddy.
Justin, you there? Okay, everyone's there. And Jay Zach unmuted himself.
I don't deserve that mute.
Yeah, so that's probably, you gave that kid the power. That was not a good thing.
All right, now I'm back on. Okay.
The room got really crowded there for a minute.
It did. There was like 35 voices.
We just got like another caller too.
All right, we got another caller. Hold on. Let's see. The 904 number?
Yeah, I wish the studio would save the caller IDs on this thing.
All right, ready?
Should try and see if we can do that.
Hold on. Jay Zach, you have to turn your mic down. What's going on, caller 904? Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's good out there?
Hi guys. I watch the videos every day.
Every day? Look at you. You're going to get a clap for that. What's your name?
Hey, good job.
Antonio Austin, sir.
Hey, what's up, Antonio? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Sam Bill's injury. Do you think that's going to affect the New York Giants?
No.
No. You know what? Here's the deal with Sam Beal, and sorry, Marco, if I stepped on you.
Go, take it.
Everybody wants to talk. Yeah, would it have been nice to have him for this season? Yes. But we weren't supposed to. He didn't even want to be in this draft. So look at it as a plus. That we have a third-round pick that would have possibly been a first-round pick early. So now this kid can learn our whole system for the next year. Bulk up. He was skinny and all that stuff anyway. So you know what? Now he's going to be in our weight room. Going to be under our supervision for a year. He's going to be way better coming in the next year.
Or he's fragile and we wasted a third-round pick.
Oh, yeah, if you want to look at it like that way, Captain Nick.
I mean, someone has a show playing on in the background.
It's probably Jacob.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
No,
it's not me though.
Not me. I'm
I already
innocent.
muted myself.
It's driving me crazy.
Mic?
I'm innocent.
I know it's not me.
Have you tried Justin's mic yet?
No, where's Justin?
It's not me.
717, right?
I can hear myself repeating, so it can't be me. It's kind of impossible.
I think it was Justin. Justin. No, it's not Justin.
No, maybe it's Tim.
I'm in a silent room.
Yeah, I have nothing going on in this room.
James, did you see the pic that I was talking about?
I did.
Yes.
I saw the picture.
My God. Oh, you saw it, Justin?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You think it's okay to bring that up?
Great egg, top choice.
I don't know. Did you bring that up? Give him a congratulations?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you see what he wrote underneath it?
No, I didn't. I got caught on the pic. Hold on.
He wrote underneath it, like, my future wife or something.
Yep.
In a way that made me think that maybe they weren't actually future spouses. Like maybe it was a life goal.
You're dissecting the post there, Justin.
I see that. Now hold on now, because he is with somebody. Oh no, that's her. That's her. Same girl. Look at the picture right above it. The picture right above it.
Right above it.
Okay. Good night, J. Zach.
Same
Good night,
chick,
Todd.
right?
Todd.
She looks like she has that slender build.
My jeez. All right, let's see. Anyone else in here? What's going on? Anyone have any questions they want to bring up?
You think that's the same girl?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would have to be. Otherwise, he'd be pretty bold.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about this receiver competition going on? From what I've read up, they said Latimer's pretty much won the third spot.
I was gonna ask Dan that. Like, is there someone that's ahead, like winning the battle for the third? But then he had to go, and he was nice enough to come on. But
yeah,
he mentioned somebody today in his tweets.
Khalif Raymond is made a lot of plays, and he's mostly been a punt returner, kick returner.
How did Etta James do?
Who's that?
Etta James.
Who's Etta James?
Etta James. Etta James at left.
Oh, Etta.
What I think is really interesting is that because of the type of tight end that Evan Ingram is, and the fact that we have Rhett Ellison, who has had success in Pat Shurmur's system, I don't like that fourth wide receiver spot might actually be usurped by two tight ends. I think that you see bigger roles for both Ellison and Ingram rather than whoever that fourth receiver is.
I can see that. I definitely think when they go three wide receivers, it's going to be Latimer going in because he definitely has the size and the speed. And it sounds like they want to do a lot more. They want to do a lot more with Odell in the spot.
I don't think so. I think you're going to see. I think when Latimer comes in the game, he's not going to be in the slot. I think Latimer is going to line up to the outside. It's either going to be Shepard in the slot or Odell in the slot. I think they have enough weapons. They have enough weapons to where they really don't have to be they don't have to play it with a straight collar. Like they could bring Gallman in and put Barkley in the slot as a fourth wide receiver. You know, they could line Latimer up. They could do it without Latimer on the field and go Ingram, Shepard, Beckham, and who am I leaving out? Barkley and Gallman or Stewart in the backfield.
Yeah, I think you bring up a great point with that.
I mean, I think when you look at those guys at the back of the depth chart that you hope Khalif Raymond can make it, but then you're looking at special teams guys. You have enough weapons.
I got a question for you. Do you think first game in MetLife, if we're home, right, the first time they run a 3 wide receiver set, do you think the place is going to boo automatically?
No.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that first play.
No.
No,
but
I'm not saying first play. I'm just saying first time they line up 3 wide receiver set, I bet you the place goes boo.
I definitely think James brings up a great point with Saquon. The way Gallman's been running supposedly, and you have Saquon in there. You put those both in the backfield, and you can split out Saquon wherever. You know, use them like Le'Veon Bell gets used in Pittsburgh sometimes. They could definitely be another twist into the offense. And everybody says that Sherman just plays towards the talent on whatever his team is. He just puts it in the right position.
Tim, they drafted him at 2. If they don't use him like that, I'm going to be furious.
Oh, no, he should be on the field all the time. Let's be honest.
Quite honestly, I'm worried that Saquon's never going to be able to live up to your expectations just because we took him at 2.
Mine? I didn't say he was touched by the hand of God.
Hold on. I have a serious question. I have a serious question. I want an answer from you. What level of production from Saquon this year does he need to have for you to just give him a stay of execution that the number 2 pick wasn't a waste?
No. Here we go. Here we go. I'll give you it. I'll give you it. No fumbles.
All right. No
First
fumbles.
thing. No fumbles.
0 fumbles.
Right? I don't care about total touchdowns because I think that you can have plays where guys fall down on the 1 and shit like that. Here's what I want. I want 4 yards of carry.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Somebody writing this down?
I'm doing it as we speak. 4 yards of carry.
I'd like a yard and a half after contact.
1.5 after.
Give me 1,000 yards rushing.
1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah.
400 yards receiving.
400 yards receiving.
500 yards receiving.
James is very laid back on the stats. I thought they were going to be higher than that.
I'm not gonna. He's a rookie running back. I don't want them to. He's a New York Giant now. I don't want them to destroy the kid.
He's the Quan.
You also have Shepard and Ingram and all these guys. And if you're doing your job right, Shermer, then everyone should be getting there should be enough for everyone to get. I think he can go higher than that, but my expectations of him, don't fumble the ball. Don't show up every day to work. Shut up. Do your job. Right? Rush for if you're worried about the number 2, let's get down the line a full career. His rookie season, I'm not going to put the weight of 1,500 yards and 800 yards receiving on the kid. It's a different game.
No.
He's never run behind a fullback before.
And I respect that.
Get me 4 yards of carry. I need 4 yards of Eli. Eli needs 4 yards of carry. Eli.
I agree.
So, based on your answer, I have 2 follow-up questions. So you said 1,000 yards rushing and 400 yards receiving. So that's 1,400 total yards. Are you willing to? So if I still got you 1,400, but I said it was 850 yards rushing and
I don't care.
550 yards receiving.
I'd rather it be rushing, but at that point I don't care because I'm going to – it could be – if the defense is bad, it may be more passing.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't
right.
know. I don't – get me 1,400 to 1,500 yards. If you want to put a number on it, get me 7 to 8 touchdowns. But get me 4 yards a carry. Put the offense as a whole in a position to score points. I'm not worried about your individual stats. Get me the second. Get me the second down and 5. Get me if I drafted you 2, get me the 2nd and 5. When I hand you the ball on 3rd and 3, get me the first down.
And that's where James is exactly where I'm coming from with that.
And I want to be able to. And if I got a 3-point lead with 4.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I better not give the ball back to the other team.
And my follow-up question, my second follow-up question was that you said 0 fumbles.
0 fumbles lost.
Oh, we're going with 0?
I put high expectations on that number. It's not an acceptable stat.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hate fumbles.
In reality, Justin, can he get hit the wrong way and a ball pop out? And am I going to fault him for that if he gets walloped when he's not looking from behind and the ball goes flying out? No. But I want to set the expectation of him that I took him to lean on my franchise, and fumbles are not acceptable. So the goal is 0.
Sure.
How about 0 fumbles lost?
But as a football fan, I could totally understand he's going to fumble the football every now and again, probably. Hopefully less times than Jonathan Stewart.
The thing that's important there is that, I mean, if the Giants took Sam Darnold, the first time that Sam Darnold plays for the New York Giants, he's going to throw an interception. So, the turnover discussion, now I agree, a running back shouldn't have as many interceptions as a quarterback ever.
And I also put different levels of progression on a quarterback than a running back. Running backs are expected to come in and play and contribute right away. Quarterbacks,
sure.
You have you're not. But by the time the running back is in his 3rd or 4th year, you're hoping your quarterback is starting to grasp it and the lights going on. So different.
So 4 yards per carry, 1.5 yards after contact, 1,000 rushing yards, and 400 yards receiving, and you would call that
8 touchdowns.
And 8 touchdowns successful for
and the Giants win 10 games.
No, you can't put you're going to put a win number on it and blame it on Saquon?
I'm not going to blame anything on him. But, I mean, can we keep what's really important in sight?
We want wins.
Lead this team to 10 wins. If I'm going to be in close games in the fourth quarter and I'm going to have a lead this team to 10 wins. I'm going to give you the ball in the fourth quarter. I drafted you 2nd. Get me to 10 wins. Is that too much to ask?
Listen, I get it. Because I remember, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I specifically remember it because I was foaming at the mouth at the television. But the year they took David Wilson, they gave David Wilson the football early in the first quarter on the first drive against the Dallas Cowboys, and down on the left side of the field, and he coughed it up. And I was like on his first carry in the NFL, and I remember thinking, Jesus, how do you not? First of all, as a running back, how does that happen? And then secondly, if it's your responsibility to coach that player up and get him prepared to play, how's he not ready to prevent that from happening?
I remember Tom Coughlin making him cry.
Yeah, no, I remember that too.
Yep. But I'm with James. I'm not worried about the stats. My biggest thing is the 3rd and 3s, the 3rd and 2s. Hit them. It's going to be almost automatic. If we're on the goal line, we should be able to punch it in.
Allow me to have balance. Allow me to have the ability to run a play-action pass, and by the time Eli turns around, he doesn't have 4 guys on his back because they know you can't run the ball. Nobody's even concerned about it. Allow me to have balance in my offense. Get me 4 yards a carry, so we have to be respected.
Well,
and if you're doing that and you're in 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 3 as opposed to 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 8, Eli may be the Renaissance man.
Right. Saquon Barkley, if Saquon Barkley is what we want him to be, then he extends Eli's career by at least 3 seasons.
I don't know about any of that, but I
think Eli's over the contract's done. Period. With the Giants.
Well, his contract's up after this year.
I think he's got this year, next year. I might be wrong. I think he's got 2 years left. But either way, it's just let him finish out the contract. It'll be done. Or if he really shits the bed this year, Eli's gone anyway. Then we get $20 million to play with, which we'll have to give Landon Collins and Odell anyway.
Apparently, Landon Collins had a touchdown today. Y'all see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
In the
it was off a
2-minute
tip
drill.
pass, but it was still a good play.
Yeah, but I mean, a tip pass, that's still the defense.
Here's my thing about Saquon, man, is like, I think it's a huge adjustment going from the NFL, college to the NFL, but it's a huge adjustment going from the read option to a quarterback under center. Like that's, you know, it's not when the game's faster. Like that becomes an adjustment. Like I don't, you know, I hope he adapts to it well, but you know, I don't think it's a given that he adapts to it well. I think that people need to realize that this isn't a game of Madden, and that people are going to be targeting him. He's, you know, it's Saquon Barkley. There's going to be defenses that are saying you're not running on us. He's going to be a target.
Yeah.
He's number 2 pick in the draft. It's not.
And I'm going to tell you guys right now, though, I believe in Wayne Gallman as well.
Well, it would be nice to have a couple of guys back there, Tim. Right? I mean, the more guys you have that can compete and can contribute and put numbers up and be productive, the better. But you know, to put the numbers on Saquon Barkley of 1,600 yards in his rookie season, like that's a lot. Like 1,400 yards total in your rookie season is a pretty goddamn good rookie season.
I got a question for you guys. Okay, we're talking about, you know, possible disappointments, and who was the most disappointing player for you as a Giant? Like, you had high hopes for this kid that he didn't do shit.
Seahorn.
Really? Disappointment?
How are you disappointed Seahorn? He's the safety that turned himself into a corner.
Because after he hurt his knee, he was never the same. Ever.
Yeah, but
for how good he was
when he got drafted, you thought he was going to be that? No one thought he was going to be that.
No one thought he was going to be. No, but I liked him as a safety coming out. I was a fan of his. I thought he had potential. When they moved, no one knew how he was going to take to becoming a cornerback. And then to watch how he was one of those guys like that you're just rooting for on the back end of the roster that all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, we're right about this guy. He's phenomenal, and he's getting better, and he's getting better. And he kept making play after play after play after play. And he would have been, in my opinion, one of the best cornerbacks of all time. He had all the tools, all of them. He was big. He was strong. He could play bump. He could play off.
He
was a safety, so he had the instincts to play the ball. He just was a solid football player. And he shut down some pretty damn good receivers over the course of that playoff year where they surprised everybody. I think it was like 96 or 97. So the player that he was after that injury was nowhere near the player you thought he was going to be if you were paying attention before he got hurt.
I agree. I agree with you, and I was a huge Seahorn fan. And actually, I did meet him at camp. But
I'll give you guys one.
But
Go ahead.
You put him down because of injury. I don't like that. It's not his fault.
I'll give you guys one.
No, but still,
This is a Giant that I met in person,
Mm-hmm.
and was actually a pretty decent guy to me. But just the path that his career took was disappointing. Jeremy Shockey. Shockey came in. Remember, he had that play in the Hall of Fame game against the Colts. They ran that little tight end bubble screen, and he plowed over that safety for Indianapolis and went for like 20 yards. And we were all, super excited and ready for him to go. And I'm not going to say that he didn't do great things for us, because those teams were offensively, competent. But it seemed like every time that he made a play, one of two things happened. He either got hurt or he ran his mouth and he wasn't focused where he needed to be, and it derailed his career, and he couldn't get control of it.
Yeah.
I always thought they could have gotten more out of him.
He was on the sidelines watching it.
And then they won the Super Bowl without him, and so what are they supposed to do?
It's funny. This question took a different turn. You guys took it. It's fine. I just definitely a different turn from what I was looking at it as. How about you, Marco?
For me, if we're going to include injuries, the Victor Cruz one has to be the worst. We're talking about he was going to be paired against Odell.
How about
it? Should have
been
like
by you saying Victor
out.
Cruz? If you was Akeem Nick's injury worse than Cruz?
No, I don't think so. Because Hakeem Nick had the
one
injury that never came back. Cruz tried to come back and then went out again.
Oh. Nick's was disappointing too.
Well, Nick's was a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, easy.
Mine is really Len Bias, but that's a horse for different color.
Yeah.
But as far as disappointment, guys, one guy that I was pumped up about when he was drafted to the Giants, but didn't really do shit.
Marvin
Ron Dane.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Dane,
of course.
Heisman Trophy winner, was tearing it up, was going to be paired with Tiki. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Big ass back. You still have Tiki anyway. And Ron Day did. What would he have, a 3-year career? 4?
Who?
Exactly. But you guys took it down the injury road. You guys took it down the definite injury road. And I'm with James as far as
because
Seahorn.
it was like disappointing. You want to talk about
who didn't love
watching
Seahorn?
Tyrone Wheatley was one of them.
Tyrone Wheatley.
Tyrone Wheatley. I thought Wheatley was going to be pretty good. How about Jared Bunch? How about that for another? You want to talk running backs that were disappointed?
Yeah.
Remember Bunch?
Yeah, I do remember Bunch.
That's not a name that Giant fans want to hear right now.
How high was drafted with Bunch? Was he a first-round pick?
Wow.
But he was high up there. I remember that. He was not 5th, but he was up there. It was obviously years ago.
Another disappointing pick, Kenny Phillips.
Yeah, the injuries killed his career.
That was injuries too, though.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you another one.
Wait, he came back and he got a ring with us, though, didn't he?
Did he get a ring with us? Yeah, he did get a ring with us, didn't he?
I think he came back and got a ring with us.
I
got one. Oh, but this is injury-wise. Injury-wise, Terrell Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's a good one.
Or
He ripped his ACL like 35 times.
Injuries-wise, you want to go Steve Smith. Steve Smith,
yeah.
Remember that
everything.
Steve Smith injury?
Yep.
Oh.
And you just knew. I was watching that game. I saw that injury, and I was like, he's done.
Done.
Yep. And Eli looked for that dude every damn play. It didn't make a difference. Steve Smith was getting the ball.
How many receptions did he have that year? What was it, like almost
Shockey
130?
was a disappointment, too. I got to be honest with you. Shockey was a huge disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, just to hit that on the head.
I mean, if you want to look at
now I think about it.
Of, hey, we were really excited about having him for 3 seasons, but like when you look at like the whole thing for what you thought he was going to be coming in, it was like like he ended up being more of a pain in the ass than anything else.
Let's be honest. What did every Giants fan think? Borrow number 2 is coming.
I don't want to bring up bad memories that are going to put
That's what
people
everybody
in.
think was trouble with Shockey. It was going to be Bavaro number 2.
I don't want to bring up bad memories that are going to put people in the fetal position. But the book on Shockey for me was in that game against the 49ers. He scored at the end of the first half, put us up like, 35-3 or whatever it was. He scores the touchdown. Or did he drop the touchdown and we had to kick the field goal? But he's over in San Francisco and he's talking shit to the fans. And I just knew, I was like, this is not good. We're too confident. And then they blitzkrieged us in the second half. And that was always shocking for me in a nutshell. He wasn't focused on being the dominant football player that he could be. He was focused on his brand.
Yeah, I agree.
Partying with Carson Daly.
I'll give you guys a guy I was excited about when we signed him.
He was partying with Vita Guerrera.
Yeah.
A guy that we all got excited about, I guarantee it. When LeVar Arrington.
Flowers.
LeVar
Arrington signed with the Giants, and he didn't end up doing shit. He played 3 games.
I still have a LeVar Arrington jersey.
I was excited when they signed him.
Yep.
Probably the poorest jersey purchase decision I've ever made.
How about Plaxico?
Nah.
He got a Super Bowl. How disappointing is that?
It's
it was
disappointing when you realize they could have gone back-to-back and maybe won for 2 or 3 years in a row with that team.
Asshole ruined our run. I know that.
Oh,
when he shot himself in the leg.
Middle of the season. You want to talk disappointing? He shot himself in the leg in the middle of the season.
I remember
exactly
where I was.
ESPN that morning. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I had been out the night before with my buddy, and we had had a few too many to drink. We came back to my house, and we passed out with ESPN on in my basement. And I woke up, and it was like 11 in the morning, and I'm reading the bottom line, and I'm half groggy, half drunk, and I'm like, does that say that Plexico Burris shot himself and went to the hospital with a fake name of Harrison Smith? I'm like waking my buddy up. I'm like, does that say what I think it says? And he was like, yeah. And I just remember thinking, well, there goes our season. We were 11-1. No one was touching us.
No. Nope.
We were 11-1.
How about JPP?
That was the most dominant Giants team I ever saw.
Absolutely.
JPP.
Well, he's just an idiot.
Yeah, it was one of those, you saw the talent that he could have brought.
Yeah.
the one Dallas game that he literally won by himself just took completely over. I was like, oh my God.
Field goal at the end, right?
Yep. What do you have? Three sacks that game at least?
He was all over the field that game. He was making plays 20 yards down the field. He was that whole season. He was just amazing. It's a shame that he let that Super Bowl run. He let that get to his head. He got out of shape. Back problem lingered, and then the rest is history. And then he blew himself up. So phenomenal.
You know what? Now we're thinking about. I'm like, damn, we had a lot of draft picks. We had talent that we didn't do shit with.
And tomorrow, gentlemen, we have some football.
Yes.
Is it a Hall of Fame game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wait, when is the Giants first game?
They play next Thursday?
Thursday,
Giants play
tomorrow.
next Thursday.
Giants' first game is next Thursday?
I think so.
My God, I don't even remember.
Almost positive. Yeah, they play on the 9th on NFL Network.
All right, we got 9 minutes left in this podcast.
Well, after we just let ourselves, now I'm all down because I'm thinking about all the old players of the past.
We took a trip to negative town.
Yeah. I'm like all depressed now about the players that we could have had.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
No problem, bud. I'm here for you.
But you know what? The Quan is not going to be that. It's all about the Quan.
It's so. I mean, you try not to put the cart before the horse, but it's hard not to look at him physically in terms of just the raw, athletic, physical talent and not see how he's going to be a beast.
Who's this?
If he can't figure it out with his talent, then there's really something wrong between the ears. And I just don't think that's true.
He says all the right things. He's doing all the right things. But, yeah, I mean, that's the hope. I just want to see it, man.
I mean, who was that NC State kid that we wanted? One of my buddies got his name. The NC State kid, the defensive end.
Hill.
The one to Denver. Huh?
Oh, Chubb.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb. Well, that's pretty much I'm going to start watching, we'll see what Chubb does during this season compared to Saquon. Then I'll see how pissed off I am.
Well, and what's interesting, it's interesting that you bring that up because as I was reading what I've been reading about camp and the defense, it really seems like Bradley Chubb would have been successful in Betcher's scheme.
True.
I don't know.
To say I told you so.
I'm trying not to think about it.
You know what? I apologize for that. I said we set up James a little too much, Justin.
Hey, man. It's all coming to the light. I'm glad you guys are finally starting to see it. Took you long enough.
Hey, listen.
Meanwhile, I'm the one that got the goddamn nickname.
No, you know what? You're coming around, but this damn offseason, you were so damn negative about every Giant.
I still disagree with it, but I'm a Giants fan. I'm going to cheer for them. But I don't got to agree with what they did. I don't agree with what they did. I hope they're right. I hope to high heaven I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is one of the many times that I've been wrong. I don't want to go through 3-13 again next year. I don't want to go through 5-11.
Well, okay, Jimmy, I have a question, and this is something that I seriously want an answer for you. What?
Okay.
So, let's say the Giants figure it out, right? Pat Shermer's offense is like the fountain of youth for Eli. He looks like a souped-up version of Case Keenum from last year. Saquon goes nuts. Odell stays healthy. Ingram shows out. Everything is and the defense looks good. And we win 10 games or more.
Okay.
I'm worried about the Captain Negative brand.
Why?
I mean, you still have people on the Facebook page.
Do they win
calling
a Super Bowl?
out for you.
If they don't win a Super Bowl, he has no problem being negative.
Hold on, wait a minute. You say it like 10 games, I'm supposed to be impressed.
You just said if we win 10 games, you'd be happy.
I would call that a successful
season in the podcast.
For Saquon Barkley. That had to do with a Saquon Barkley question. I don't think that's not the goal. The goal is to put the goddamn trophy in the case. And that's the only goal. Like, if they win 11 games and go to the NFC, here's the question I thought you were going to ask. If they win 10 games this year, do you think it's a successful season? And then I was going to actually not be a dick and be like, you know what, Justin, I'll go even further. And I'll give you the next 2 seasons. And I'll say, okay, if they go 10-6 this year, we can all get fired up. It was a nice progression. They got some talent. We took a step in the right direction. Now, here's the window's open for another year. Here's Eli, right? If they don't win a Super Bowl in these 2 years, you got a 39-year-old quarterback making $22 million. So you bet. The goal isn't to win 10 games. Anyway. The goal is, if Eli's wearing a jersey, it's to win a Super Bowl. That's it. Everything else is a failure.
Oh, God.
But honestly, best case scenario would be Eli winning the Super Bowl in his last year of his contract, retiring. Davis Webb literally having not started, not played, can't get a huge contract. We could get him cheap, and you move on to the next.
Yeah, but after listening to Duggan,
yeah,
I mean, it didn't really sound like Webb was as close to Eli as we might have originally thought.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but they said he's a gunslinger. Well, okay, what is Eli? Eli's a gunslinger. He tosses it up. You know, when he's
the interesting thing about Webb is he can run a little bit, or at least move around.
You know the thing about Webb is that you don't know what he could be. You look at his physical tools, his size, his ability. The ball comes out of his hand really nice. He slings it. He's got a little bit of ability to run, get out of the pocket. You look at his tools and you're like, wow, he could potentially develop into something really good. So you're intrigued by his talent, whereas you know what Eli is.
Yeah.
You know, can Webb get to that level? Can he compete at this level now to where you're competing and you're doing well, but you're not handicapping your team by being in the game? There are some quarterbacks in the league right now that are just handicaps.
All right, gents, let's start signing off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, Shane Smith.
Ooh.
Let me know. Seriously, let me know what time. It'll be early morning in Oregon. But
I don't know if he wants to go on morning, noon, or night. I gotta feel that out.
Feel that out.
Well,
we can just, even if we have
either way,
record it.
The earlier in the day, the better for me. But obviously, if Shane wants to go at a specific time,
either way he wants to do it,
talent.
we'll wind up recording it and then we'll play it later or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
But
all right. Well, thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Marco, take us home.
All right, everyone. Peace out.
Why does Marco sound distressed?